Hello, fellow Buccaneers. My name is Jesse Ruth. I work with the Academic Support Center as a math instructional assistant. I'm just here today to give you a brief refresher or review on how to convert the angle of a trigonometric function from degrees to radians. So please feel free to watch a short PowerPoint. Okay, as I said, today's topic is converting from degrees to radians. So let's take a quick look at that. First, what's the difference between degrees or radians? Well, they're both ways to measure the angle, well, any kind of angle, especially on a circle. As you can see, for degrees, it goes from 0 to 360 degrees. In radians, we go from 0 to 2 pi. The reason you may want to convert these angles from one to the other vary. It could be that a specific formula requires a specific type of angle, or it could be that you have a question that requires you to convert it. So let's talk about conversion. First, how do you convert the angle? Well, you want to write down the degree value of the angle of the given trigonometric function, and then we're going to use what's called a conversion factor. And what that factor does is it allows you to convert from one thing to another, in this case from degrees to radians. A conversion factor is pi over 180. So we're going to simplify the fraction after doing that multiplication. And remember, it's really important to leave pi as is. Don't round it. In most cases, when converting to radians, you want that angle to include that pi value. So let's take a quick look at an example. If you're given a trigonometric function, in this case sine of 50 degrees, we want to convert that angle to radians. So as we said before, we're going to write the angle in degrees, so 50. We're then going to multiply by pi over 180. So we get 50 times pi over 180, which is 50 pi over 180. And then very important here, because most professors will ding you a couple points at least if you do not simplify that fraction. So notice I've only simplified the numeric portion. 50 over 180 simplifies to 5 over 18, and then of course we still have times pi. Now, what if sometimes you might need to do the opposite? Luckily, you can do the exact same process, just with a slightly different conversion factor. So again, we're going to write down the given angle, this time in radians. We're going to multiply that radian angle value by a conversion factor of 180 over pi. Notice it's the same fraction, just flipped over, which makes sense since we're doing the opposite of the other. We then will simplify whatever resulting fraction we get. Let's give it a try. So we're going to take the trigonometric function sine of 5 pi over 18, and we're going to convert that angle to degrees. So first, as before, we write down the angle 5 pi over 18. We then multiply that angle by 180 over pi, and we get 900 pi over 18 pi. Of course, we're going to need to simplify. So first thing you'll notice is the pi over pi will cancel, and 900 divided by 18 is 50. And this makes sense because we should not have pi in a degree angle. If you have any questions about this, feel free to stop by our website at fsw.edu/academic support. At that site, you'll find other videos, other FAQs. You have the option to sign up for tutoring or schedule appointments, whether they be on Zoom or soon in the future in person at one of our academic support centers located at every campus that FSW has. Thank you, and have a great rest of the semester.